electrical current emits light. There are LEDs of different colors depending on the materials that were constructed. There are red, green, yellow, amber, infrared, among others. LED electrically behaves like a diode or silicon germanium. If you pass a current through the semiconductor diode, electrons and holes are injected in regions P and N. In other words, positive and negative, respectively. Depending on the magnitude of the current, there is recombination of charged currents. One type of recombination is called radiant recombinases. Here the emission of light. The LED has an operating voltage ranging from 1.5 to 2.2 volts or so, and the range of current to run through it is between 10 and 20 milliamps in the red diodes and between 20 and 40 milliamps for the other LEDs. These are some of these. This is the schematic symbol. Infrared LED is an infrared rate emitting electromagnetic radiation that is located in the electromagnetic spectrum in the range of from visible light to microwaves. These diodes are different from the LEDs for the color of the capsule that surrounds it is blue or gray. Infrared rays are characterized by radiant heat carriers. These rays are produced in greater or lesser extent by any object above absolute zero temperature. This is one of these. This is the schematic symbol. Fuse. The fuse is a device used to protect electrical and electronic devices. The fuse allows the flow of the current while it does not exceed a set value. If the value of the current flowing is greater than this, the fuse melts and opens the circuit and no current flows. If this does not happen, the theme that piece can overheat due to excessive consumption of current and even cause a fire. The fuse is usually placed between the power supply and the circuit feed. In electrical or electronic equipment business, the fuse is placed inside it. The fuse consists of a blade or wire which melts with the heat produced by the passage of current. These are some of these. This is the schematic symbol. IC 7407. This monolithic TTL hex buffers drivers feature have high voltage, open collector outputs for interacting with high-level circuits or for driving high current loads, and also are characterized for use as buffers for driving TTL inputs. This is one of these. 7408. The 7408 is an AND gate, has two inputs and one output for each gate that is actually has four internal gates. They integrate so it has 7 pins. Since there are two pairs of tickets and a pair of outlets on each side, the operation of the AND is as follows. And this is the schematic symbol. 7432. In a digital circuit is an OR gate circuit having two or more inputs and whose outputs is equal to the sum or OR entries. The symbol for a two-input OR gate is the figure mentioned above. Inputs A and B are logical voltage level, and the output is a voltage value whose value is the logical result of the OR operation of A and B. This is the function of it, and this is the schematic symbol. The 7474. This device contains two independent positive edge triggered D flip-flops with complementary outputs. The information on the D input is accepted by the flip-flops on the positive going edge of the clock pulse. The triggering occurs at the voltage level and is not directly related to the transition time of the rising edge of the clock. The data on the D input might be changed while the clock is low or high without affecting the outputs as long as the data setup and hold times are not violated. This is one of these. The LM555. The 555 timer is an integrated circuit used in a variety of timer, pulse generation, and oscillator application. This was designed by Hans R. Kamensen in 1970 and brought to market in 1971 by Signetics. The original name was the SE55, and the part was described as the IC time machine. These are some of these. This is the schematic symbol. Transistor. Transistor amplify current. For example, they can be used to amplify the small output current from the logical so that it can operate a lamp, relay, or other high current device. In many circuits, a resistor is used to convert the changing current to a changing voltage, so the transistor is being used to amplify voltage. A transistor may be used as a switch and as an amplifier. There are two types of standard transistor, NPN and PNP, with different circuit symbols. These are some of these. This is the schematic symbol. Switch. In electronics, a switch is an electrical component that can break an electrical circuit, interrupting the current or diverting it from one conductor to another. The most familiar form of switch is a manually operated electromechanical device with one or more sets of electrical contact. Each set of contact can be in one of two states, either closed, meaning the contacts are touching and electricity can flow between them, or open, meaning the contacts are separated and non-conducting. A switch might be directly manipulated by a human as a control signal to a system, such as a computer keyboard button, or the control power flow in a circuit, such as light switch. These are some of this. This is the schematic symbol.